Good morning, everyone. Father Tony here with this week's chapel message. Maybe you remember last week when I talked to you all a little bit about prayer and some of the different kinds of prayers that we might say. Well, all of those different kinds of prayer had one thing in common. They use words. Whether we actually say those words out loud or we say them in our heads to ourselves, we use words. We use our language. Words to ask for help or words to say thank you, and lots of other words that we might be thinking. Well, today I'd like to talk to you about another kind of prayer, that is praying without words. And actually there are different ways of praying without words and different purposes for those different ways. One is called meditation. And now there are also different kinds of meditation. Some of you might know about mindfulness meditation, where we sit in silence and notice what's going on with our bodies and in our minds and in the space around us. In mindfulness meditation, we try to clear our mind of all thoughts about the past, what we were doing earlier or what we did last week, and we clear our mind and thoughts about the future, what our plans are for the weekend or what we're going to have for lunch today. And we just try to notice what's going on right now. How do we feel? How are we breathing? What are we hearing around us? And this, believe it or not, can be a kind of prayer, opening our minds and hearts up to our truest selves and to God or the divine presence in our midst. It can make us more aware of what we need and how we're feeling, and it can make us more aware of all the things that we have to be thankful for. Now, another way to meditate is to focus on a certain thought or idea or feeling. And sometimes this can mean focusing on a story or an idea from a special religious book, like the Bible or the Quran, or it could just be an idea like love or strength or peace or courage. And we just think about that idea in our mind and just try to focus on that. And what does that mean? There are lots of different ways to meditate. All that we really need is some quiet space and a little bit of time and patience. That doesn't mean that meditation is easy for everyone. Lots of us, me included, have trouble calming what we call the monkey mind. It's hard to turn off all of the thoughts that are going through our mind at any given moment and just focus on the present, on one particular thought or idea. If you are meditating and you find your mind wandering, just gently try to refocus and bring yourself back to the present moment and what you're feeling and sensing here and now. In the case of mindfulness meditation, or bring your mind back to the story or idea that you're trying to think about. Meditation isn't for everyone, and it isn't always prayer, but it can be. And you won't know if you like it or not, or if you're good at it or not, unless you try it. Even if you're not a person of faith, simple mindfulness meditation might be a practice that you find helpful in your life. So after I sign off, I'm going to invite you all to give it a try, right now, just for 1 minute. Just 1 minute in silence to focus on being in this moment. If you try it, you might like it. I hope you all have a great week. I'll see you next Tuesday. Until then, God bless.